Greetings, Earthbound humans, and welcome. My name is Fenn, and welcome to the Geek Warehouse. Now, I have caught with me Stu. I've just known you as Stuart. What's your full name? What should we intro you with?
Stuart. Stuart is good.
Stuart.
Yes. Stuart
is good. This is Stuart is good. And as you guys might have seen, I'm very excited to be playing Starfinder. It's, from what I understand, role-playing in space. Now, I'm coming in completely not knowing anything about the whole world about it. I just know it's Starfinder. What is Starfinder?
Starfinder is the brand new system published by Paizo Publishing.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially an offshoot of their original Pathfinder system, which was their private system that they developed after Wizards of the Coast changed to 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons. They are completely separate systems, though. Dungeons & Dragons is their competition.
Sort of similar in the way it's played to Pathfinder, and Pathfinder is similar in the way it's played roughly to Dungeons & Dragons.
Yes,
roughly.
Very similar, yes.
Okay.
They all use the D20 system. So you roll
Okay.
a D20 and you check whether you succeed or you fail. Starfinder is their science opera setting. They try to avoid the term science fantasy or sci-fi because it's not very hard science fiction. There's magic, the gods are still around, and it's set in the same world as Pathfinder, but far into the future. Instead of now having fighters, you have soldiers with guns. Instead of having wizards, you have technomancers that manipulate technology with magical forces, because magic is a science now as opposed to being a mystical art.
It's still there, it's
Yes.
just now more research.
It's understood, yes.
So theoretically, you could play as the great descendant of one of your other characters in Pathfinder.
Yes, you quite certainly could.
I am so excited. I want to do that. I need to actually play Pathfinder now. So it's all self-referenced.
Yes, there's a lot of, if you've played Pathfinder before, you'll catch on to the little references, but you don't have to, because it's a completely new separate system. You can come into a game having never played Pathfinder before, and you can sit down, create a character, and have just as much fun.
Yeah, because I'm coming to join you to play. There was a session that was happening, so
yes,
we're going to join.
It's our very first game of Starfinder that I'll be running. So.
Oh, there's a thing about that. This game's really new. Really new.
Yes, it was launched last Thursday at Gen Con, and it sold out on the very first day. Paizo took more stock than they've ever taken of a product before, and it was sold out on Thursday the 17th of August.
2017.
Yes.
It's that new. So we are literally cutting edge of space opera role-playing.
Yes.
Do you still have the same races when you play?
All the fantasy races are still around. You don't actually play as those because humans are still around. You can always play as a human. But Starfinder introduces us to the Shirin, which are telekinetic bug people.
Telekinetic bug people.
The Yosoki, who are rat folks from what is essentially Mars, and they're all very good with technology. There is the...
you could say they were biker mice.
Yes, really. Almost biker mice from Mars. What? Yes. There's the Cathasa, which are 4-armed people from a distant planet that came to the solar system looking for their promised land and discovered, whoops, it's been populated.
So they're just kind of fitting in.
So their homeworld is now essentially a giant generational world ship that's orbiting the sun.
Oh, fantastic.
Warhammer 40k is definitely one of their influences for this setting. There's a number of influences. Elements of Mass Effect. There's elements of John Carter of Mars. There's a lot of pulp. Eric Mona, who's one of the publishers at Paizo, is a big pulp fiction fan. So a lot of the sort of science fiction pulp magazines that you could buy, there's a lot of elements of that.
So it's drawn sort of inspiration from the entire sort of sci-fi community, if you
yes,
will.
there's a planet of intelligent robots that were built by a creator race and left there to evolve, and they now have their entire civilization. There's cities on the sun that you can visit.
So the races are different, the classes you mentioned are different.
The classes are different.
So it's practically a new game with sort of the not even the old dynamics.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I look forward to playing with you.
Yes.
And let's jump in.
Let's jump in.
You're going to have to help me build a character.
All right.
Okay, let's go. Let's play. Okay, starting off.
Yes.
I think that went very well.
So do I. I didn't kill anyone, which is a shame on me as a GM, but it happens. But yes, that was a great first game of Starfinder. I'm very pleased.
First game ever. Played.
First game, no. Unfortunately, we did get beaten to the crunch of playing Starfinder in South Africa by a group in Cape Town who played yesterday.
Not fair, guys.
It isn't.
Not fair.
It really isn't fair.
Amazing game. I'm very proud to say that I played a charismatic human envoy. So talking is my game. And I didn't. You have to buy your equipment in the beginning. Yeah. You start with nothing. You have to buy everything, even the clothes that you wear. And I couldn't afford a weapon, so I played the entire game without a weapon.
Right till the end, when you sniper shot a monster to death.
I borrowed a gun from someone. I wasn't even proficient in it, and I fired it twice and did damage. I mean. That was exciting. That was fun.
That was quite impressive. I was very impressed with your character. That it's very rare that I don't get murder hobos as players that just go around. Well, it's there, so we'd better kill it. So having someone who could talk their way out of trouble was great.
I think my favorite encounter out of the entire thing was we had to take a VIP from one place to another, and we got ambushed. Well, accosted, not really ambushed. By these two very intimidating looking NPCs. And I was able to persuade them not to attack us by saying to them in no uncertain terms, "We are player characters, you are NPCs, give up now while you're still alive." And it worked!
It did work! It successfully worked, yes.
It successfully worked. But there's another thing I wanted to talk to you with regards to this. And the first is... this wasn't a one-off campaign-y kind of, go play with your friends. This was like a league. I had to register a DCI character.
Society number character.
Yeah, I'm part of a society now.
Yes.
What am I part of?
The Starfinder Society and the Pathfinder Society, because they're both Paizo's organized play version of their respective settings. Paizo is the publishing company for Starfinder and Pathfinder. Okay. And then they sponsor in-universe and out-universe. There's a position called Venture Agent. And Venture Agents in the real world are people, they run games, they're in charge of a region, and they organize games for people to play. And Society, both versions of Society play, you can play in one game, and that's it. That's the entire story is wrapped up in the one evening, or the one session, actually.
Well, this session lasted... 6 hours?
6 hours, but that included character building. Normally games last about 4 to 3 hours.
Yeah, it was
There's always that last crucial step, which is picking a name. That's the hardest part of character creation, everyone.
My character was
picking
called
a name.
Fenn.
Yes, you were.
Because, quickly, you need a celebrity name. I have one.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So now, if people wanted to play or find their local Starfinder community, they would go onto Paizo's?
They'd go onto Paizo's website. There is a list and you can go to Pathfinder Society or Starfinder, and there is a list of all the organizers across the world. I'm the Venture-Captain for KZN, and we don't have any venture agents at the moment, unfortunately. We're still growing the community.
Yeah, it's literally just started.
But I've been the Venture-Captain for Pathfinder Society for the past 2 years. And I run the games at Archon Durban.
Oh, okay.
And then we've just launched Starfinder Society, so we're definitely looking for someone would be glad to help. But I run every alternative Tuesday. I run a Starfinder game or a Pathfinder Society game.
If you want to be a venture agent, or if you've been playing Pathfinder, if you want to find out more, can they get a hold of you?
Yes, they can contact me. My email address is on Paizo.
If they're interested in joining your Pathfinder or Starfinder, I suppose it's all on the same email address?
Yes, they can just contact me, and I always advertise the games that I run.
On Facebook?
On Facebook, yes.
Yeah.
We're in the process of building up a website. And yes, you can always ask anyone at the shop. They can tell you when games are.
You say on Facebook, it would be under what? Starfinder?
Pathfinder Society, South Africa.
Pathfinder Society, South Africa. Found that on Facebook. If you're in the greater Durban area, we know the Unseen shop hosts it because that's where we are. If you don't know anything about it at all, come in and watch a game. In fact, what I'm going to do is the entire 6-hour session that we did. I'm going to put that up. I'm going to put that up as a full video. So you guys get to watch
Have
all
fun.
the thrills and spills. And if you don't know anything about the game, you'll know as much as I know now after that. And you get to see all my amazing things that I did with not a single weapon. Not a single weapon until the end where I borrowed one because I was going to be
You couldn't
useless.
talk your way out of it.
Yeah, the monster didn't even speak.
No.
It just threw feathers at us?
It threw feathery quill type things. That's a great thing about Starfinder. It's in the future enough that it can be weird and wonderful. I find it's a lot easier to reference things when you can say, well, your characters speak on a phone, as opposed to your characters write a scroll, I guess.
Send a carrier pigeon.
Yes.
That got eaten by a hawk. I'll send another one.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, cool. Well,
Yeah.
Stuart, thank you very, very
Yes.
much. This was lots of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to come back. I'm probably going to. Yeah, so thank you very much. That was
Pleasure. It was great having you.
that was fun.
Yes.
And yeah, as always, if you guys want to find out more, if you've played this, if you heard about it, if you're playing Pathfinder and you don't know what we're talking about, ask questions in the comments below. Ask Stu questions in the comments below. I'll relay them to you, or you
Yes.
can send an email in the thing at the bottom. And yeah, so go play, find it, play it, get some friends,
Yes.
join the club, whatever.
Come buy the books, play
Come
the
buy the
game,
books, play
join
the
it.
game.
We're always looking for new players.
Yes, we are, and new
New venture agents.
venture agents.
Yes.
So yeah, go out, play, tell me about it, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yes.
Bye.